Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sun, Moon, and Stars Tarot 1111. I am here to do a Osho Zen Tarot spread, and the spread's going to be the Bridge to Your Purpose spread. So, the first question was, how can I connect with my purpose? And the first card would be the Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups in the original tarot deck. I don't know if you can see this. I got a good angle here. Should I bring it closer? Okay, so there's a person floating in the water, and it's about going with the flow, going with the tides. Don't be in such a rush to get somewhere because everything happens in divine time. It's like you just have to trust and you just have to believe that Spirit's going to get you there when it's your time and when you're meant to be there. Don't have expectations, just trust, believe, enjoy the moment, and know that Spirit's going to get you where he needs you to be at the right time, which is divine time. um you don't need to rush anywhere. Spirit is saying you could try to rush all you want, but at the end of the day, it's like Spirit is in control. So why not just go with the flow? Let Spirit just guide you. Because I feel what it's saying, that many of us, I feel like it's about us working on personal projects. A lot of us are trying to create something for ourselves. We're working on something that we're passionate about, and we're so anxious to get to the top. We're so anxious, some of us, to be seen, to be known, to, but that all comes from a place of ego. And this is exactly what we're trying to let go. We're trying to let go of the ego. Okay, so for some of you, it's like, oh, I'm, because maybe a lot of us, I'm feeling, been through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering in our life, and it's just like we're so anxious just to get to the top, to prove ourselves, or to get people to notice or see us or accept us, when acceptance and love and approval comes really from within, not from outside. So I feel like a lot of us are trying to move towards something that we want, that we're passionate about, in a very ego form, and Spirit is saying, no, you don't need to do that. Okay, when I say it's time, not when you say it's time. To just go with the flow and trust that divine will bring you what you need, not what you want, when it's ready. Okay, so that was the bridge, excuse me, that was how can you connect with your purpose. So the best way to connect with your purpose is just to go with the flow, kind of just live in the now, go with the flow, let Spirit just guide you, and enjoy the ride. So let's see here. We have, what is blocking me from my purpose? So eight of traveling is like the eight of wands. Um, it's like you might be going to new places. Um, it's like fast moving, going somewhere. Some of you may be traveling, or some of you may be actually physically moving to another country. It's saying to just like, what's the right word? It's saying to try. Okay, I lost my train of thought because I'm reading something at the same time. So it's about, enjoying the journey. Yes, that's what it's about. So if you look here, there's a person. It's very tiny. Hold on, let me see if I can see it. There's a person, like if you look really, really close, right over here. There we go. There's a person walking up, all the way up. This person's on a journey, what they call it in the book, a pilgrimage, which is in itself a very sacred place. It's saying that, every step of the path is important. Okay, so it's like they're saying, it's like a physical, it could be either a physical movement or an internal movement from one being to another. This card actually promises that things will be easy. Like on this adventure, that in this pilgrimage that you're going, it's not supposed to be hard. There's no need to struggle. There's no need to plan too much. There's, no, you don't need to like overthink anything. The traveling card is like also embracing new, just as like you go to another country or there's like different cultures, and the environment's totally different. It's like you have to get accustomed to it. Well, Spirit's saying they want you to get accustomed to new things coming into your life, big changes. There's no need to like stop. Spirit wants you to stop worrying so much, stop trying to plan, like just again go with the flow. Everything's about going with the flow. It's this attitude of openness and acceptance invites new friends and experiences in our lives. So it's saying there's no final destination that you're going towards. You know what I mean? It's a pilgrimage, and every step of the way it's really important that you enjoy it, okay? And you move, you know, unbothered. Like you kind of like not unbothered. You move without having a destination in mind. It says, just enjoying it, moving freely, moving, in a very happy way. Like, don't have to go through the pilgrimage and journey worried where your destination is going to be, where you're going to end at. That's again, that's expectations that you have, and it's saying that you don't need to do all that. Trust. It's all about trust and faith, and believe that Spirit is going to put you where you need to be, and you're going to be the happiest person you can be, because Spirit is not going to give you something that you don't need. Okay, sometimes what we think we want is not what we need. Just so you know, that is saying that's, just enjoy the journey. Again, let's go back to the question. So what is blocking me from my purpose? Okay, so what's blocking you from your purpose is like you're trying to find a destination. You're worried, or you're kind of like, you're like worried, or you're like stressed out, how you're gonna get there. Once you get there, what's gonna happen? Like, let me give you an example. Like, let's say it's your job, and you're like, oh well, I really, this is my dream. I've been working on something, I've been manifesting this thing in, and you know once I get there, like, okay, how am I gonna leave my job? How am I gonna quit it? Are they gonna fire me first? Like, all these little things that you don't need to worry about. Spirit saying, don't worry about those things, just enjoy the pilgrimage, enjoy the ride. It's like you block a lot of blessings when you're so stressed out, and you're so worried, and you're very fearful. All that is all related to the ego, which is devil. And it's everything that the devil does everything and anything to stop us from living our best lives and being happy and feeling free, because the devil don't want us to be free. You understand? So you have postponement here. So this is about a lady. I read the book, and if you hear me stop, it's because I'm rereading some of the pictures, because I really like their description. So here it's about a lady who sees she looks out of a window, and she sees that it's very beautiful. There was lots of rainbows. It's something that she would love to have, that, it's like it's embedded in her. You see her shirt, and the color of the shirt, and matches. Like, it's a match for her. Like, she goes, I know I belong here. I know I want to go there. But this is what her ego self is seeing: the shadows, the grays. Like, so she doesn't know. She just sees the illusion of the gray part that's not happy. So therefore, she stays stuck in her head a lot, wondering if she should go through that window into the beautiful colors, or this is what she's really seeing, which is the gray. But this is all an illusion, a blockage, because she keeps staying in her head. Should I go? Should I not go? And it's like you have to make a decision at some point in your life. It's like at some point, yes, a decision has to be made. You can't stay looking out the beautiful window, looking at the beauty of things, or forever. You can't sit there looking at it forever. At some point, you got to decide: am I gonna go through the window, or am I not gonna go through the window? Am I gonna stay stuck, or do I want to see what's on the other side? Are you gonna go, or are you gonna stay? And it's saying, you have to cut through the illusions. You know what I mean? So, I feel what it's saying here, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. What it's saying here is that you're postponing it's like your own thoughts and your own way of seeing things and doing things is what's stopping you, is blocking you, not stopping you, is blocking you from reaching your purpose. Because you're so, especially like if you're a Virgo, some of us are, like you feel like everything has to be perfect. And then you get all in your mind, all in your head, and your mind can do a lot of, it's like there's a book called Battlefield on the Mind. It's like you're literally battling your mind, and your mind is what creates illusions. Okay, rather than seeing things, exactly as they are, you start overthinking everything. You're like, oh well, what if I go through this beautiful thing? Is this really a nice? Is this really nice? Calm waters over here, or like in her head though, her headspace, she sees the gray clouds, the gray area that's dark and shadowy. So it's almost like saying, I can never get there, I can never have that, I can never enjoy that beauty. So because of that, it's stopping her from, with the eight of, which is the eight of wands, like moving forward. This is like the four of swords. Like, think like maybe they're saying that you're taking too much time out and thinking on something. You're taking too much time to it's like when you take too much time, it's like your mind takes over, and your mind is what creates illusions. So it's saying like, you need to be able to, just go on the journey, go travel, enjoy it, enjoy each step of it, because it's a learning experience. It's a beautiful adventure that once you get where you're going to go, okay, and the things that spirit shows you as you're going to go, that's very beautiful in itself. Every step is very important. And it's like you're in the back of your mind, you just got all these things going on in your head. How am I going to get there? Which way am I going to get there? What's going to happen when I get there? Just am I going to, it's just too many questions in the mind. And this is what's stopping you from getting to your life purpose. Not stopping, postponing. You keep rephrasing that. So then we have, how can I how can I be on my life purpose? So they want you to celebrate. They want you to live freely. They want you to just pretty much enjoy every moment, every step of the way, every part of the journey. They want you to act like you already have it. Be open to, like, here in the photo you see a lot of girls, they're like just raising their vibration, they're celebrating, they're happy, they're they're just in their glory, and this is what spirit wants you to be. He wants you to act like every day is I'm hearing that song, every day is a wonderful day. Yeah, who sings that? I don't remember. Anyway, so they want you to act like, not act, just be. No, every day is a beautiful day. See the beauty in every day, and celebrate. Every day is a day to celebrate, not tomorrow, because we never know if tomorrow, you know you never know what tomorrow holds. So it's like spirit saying, why wait to celebrate? Be happy now. Be happy with what you have now, and celebrate now. Celebrate your existence now. And with silence here, this is actually the star. So this is Three of Cups in the regular tarot deck. And then you have silence, which is the star. So, what was the question again? It's late here. I'm a little sleepy. How can I be on my purpose? So, this is where they say, they gave a good example here. Let me get it out. Hold on. They say this is where you meet yourself. When, hold on, let me see what they wrote here. It was really good. I have to share it. Yeah, so they say it's like it's like enjoying, okay, it's like enjoying your own inner silence. Okay, so it's where, when you're silence, when you're in silence is when you meet with spirit. They're saying there's nothing that you need to do right now. Your inner silence is what all you need right now. It's saying here to get away from the noise and activity of the world. Seek out those who can resonate with your silence. If you're around people who don't like the fact that you're silent and you're going, basically kind of like in hermit mode, it's saying it's time to come home to yourself. And okay, so when you come home to yourself and you're in silence, that's when you connect with spirit. And it's saying that the things that and the information that's being given to you, the insights, the understanding is what's going to manifest in your life. Okay, so let's go back to this question. How can I be on my purpose? So it's always like, okay, so I feel like spirits wanting you to always be celebrating every day of your life. You know, it's like showing gratitude, showing that you're happy to be here, raising your vibration at the same time, um, celebrating your life. And at the same time, it's like they always want you to be open and ready to listen to spirit, to meet with spirit. Okay, and this is weird because this is really the star card, and the star card for me is always like stardom, hope, faith, dreams coming true. And speaking of dreams, the dreams right here, I'll tell you about that later. So it's like always be ready to like celebrate your life too. Celebrate your life, be happy, enjoy it. But also because that's how your manifestations come in when you're in a joyful, happy, celebrating mood. It's like spirit wants to bless you more when you're like that. It's saying here, but also um you should also have your time of quiet and peace, and that is your moment of having your contact with spirit and meeting with yourself, and in yourself is where spirit lives. So they're saying, you should always take that time out to meet with spirit. You can like close your eyes, meet with spirit, because you see her, she's contemplating and she's in deep thought, because it's like she's waiting to listen to what the universe has to tell her. Okay, so, and they're saying whatever thoughts or whatever information you get through this time alone and quiet are what's going to manifest into the future. So they're saying always be ready and open to listen. So the next question was, how can I embrace my purpose? So you have projections and you have rightness. So rightness is like the Nine of Pentacles, um, which is a picture of a woman in the regular tarot deck, with she's got abundance, she's got harvest, she's got everything she needs. And here it's a little different. You got an apple falling from a tree. So it's saying like don't don't kind of rush the process. Again, it's about not rushing the process. Okay, again, that rushing comes from your ego, and it comes from fear of not and a lack of faith. It says that when spirit knows, see, spirit like keeps you in the tree and ripens you and ripens you and ripens you, and then finally when you're ripe is when spirit lets you go. Now you're ready to eat. Now you're ready to share the fruits of your labor. Share, like, they say it's a real juicy apple, like once it falls from the tree. I don't know if yeah. It's like a really juicy apple. Okay, so they're saying that once you fall from the tree, people are gonna want to taste like that apple, because how ripe and how delicious and fruitful it is. So it's saying, spirit is saying, okay, well, I forgot the question again. How can I embrace my purpose? Yeah. Um, it's saying like, okay, they want you to share your fruitfulness. They want you to share the juice that's been given to you as you are ripening on this tree. They want you to share that. That's what they're saying. That's how you can embrace that's how you can embrace your purpose. And like I said, the apple fell from the tree because it was right. It was ready to fall down in divine time. And it's about not rushing. Do not rush the process. Embrace it. Take your time. Go on the journey. Walk up the path. Feel and cherish the moments and the lessons that you learn with it. Okay, it's saying don't wait. When spirit knows you're ripe, he will drop you when the time is right. Not drop you, like get rid of you, but you will fall off the tree, because you can stand alone now. You're strong enough that you have strength to stand alone. You're juicy enough. That's a juicy apple. Okay, and they want you to take all that juice and they want you to share it with others. let everyone not take a bite out of you, like suck your blood, suck your drain your energy, but share what you have learned while you were growing on this tree with others. Okay, so we have projections. So projections is like the Seven of Cups. So it's a little different meaning here. See, there's different ways of reading different cards. So this is about you projecting how you see others, but the projection that it comes from is your mind. Okay, it's your mind. So they're saying sometimes the mind gets in the way of what we're really seeing. Okay, this could be somebody. What was the example? Let me get the example out. Let me hold you here. Hold on, because this was a really good one, and I want you to get all of it. So it says the man and the woman in this card are facing each other, yet they are not able to see each other clearly. Each is projecting an image they have constructed in their minds, covering the real face of the person they are looking at. All of us can get caught up in projecting movies of our own making onto situations and people surrounding us. It happens when we are not fully aware of our own expectations and desires and judgments. Instead of taking responsibility for them and owning them, we try to attribute them to others. A projection can be devilish or divine, disturbing or comforting, but it is a projection nonetheless, a cloud that prevents us from seeing reality as is. The only way out to recognize the game is to recognize the game. When you find a judgment arising about another, turn it around. Does what you see in others really belong to you? Is your vision clear, or are you clouded by what you want to see? So they kind of went on to describe it. I'm not gonna read from the book. They go on to describe it as like a movie with a projection screen. So the film that's playing in the back, you never go and you look back at the film. You look at the projection screen, and what's on the projection screen is a mix of different colors, shadows, and lights. Okay, so they're saying like your mind is like the film, um, and it projects what it wants to, and it clouds the way you see things. So it's saying like sometimes you may think that you love like somebody and they're good and they make you happy and they're all beautiful and stuff, but it's all that your mind is in the way. You need to sometimes, not sometimes, they're saying don't use your mind to make decisions because your mind is really the problem. It creates only dreams. And especially if you're intoxicated, you become very delusional. It speaks about that. It really clouds your like how you see things. um and the way your mind is at that moment, the way it thinks is what you project on others. Like you may meet, let's say an example for the ladies or the male, you may meet somebody who's very nice and they're a really great person, and they have good intentions, but because of your mind and the things that you have went through in the past, it creates this illusion um, towards this new person who may be really good for you, that they're just gonna be the same as the last person, and it's all because you're putting your illusions in the way you see things at that moment, because there's some part of you that needs healing, and it's like you project your inner thoughts, and sometimes they're embedded in you, subconscious thoughts, onto a person that it's really not. Or it could be vice versa. You could think this person's all sweet and good, but it's all a projection of how you feel about yourself. And it's like you like they say, you don't know your own, like, what was the word they use? You don't know your own expectations, desires, and judgments. So what happens is, like, let's say you don't, like, some people don't like to be alone. It says, when you feel like that and you don't like to be alone, like, it could interfere, because that's a fear of being abandoned. And what happens is you start accepting people, uh, and ignoring or not seeing the things that are like toxic about them, the red flags. You kind of like overlook them, and what happens is you create illusions around this person, and then it becomes like really fully toxic situation, because you're not seeing people for what they really are, only what your mind projects them to be. That makes any sense? All right, so where were we? So the next question was connecting. Okay, how will the collective connect with their purpose change? How will the collective connect? Oh no, I'm sorry. How will connecting with your purpose change the lives of the people I know? Okay, sorry. I gotta not do readings when I'm tired. Okay, so it's saying how could connecting with your purpose change the lives of people you know? Okay, so this is a good one here. So I feel like a lot. Okay, so your life purpose, whatever it is that you're gonna be teaching and um sharing with other people, is saying that it's gonna help people, be more childlike. Because when you were a child, that's when you were very intuitive. You weren't conditioned. See, we have conditioned here. Okay, you were very free spirited. You lived life happy. You didn't care about anything. You didn't worry. You had no fears. You just moved happy, and you were always like content in life. And spirit likes that. Spirit wants us to be more like children. So I feel like, this person doesn't have fears. Like, this person doesn't care what anybody thinks. Like, she's dressed like a clown and she doesn't care. She's just having fun. She's enjoying the moment. She's enjoying her life. She's Everything is magical and fun for her. And it's like she's not taking life so serious, you know. It's saying that whatever it is that you're teaching is gonna help people to be in that energy, so they can feel free, feel happy. And then in this form, it's like you can manifest better as well when you're very free spirited. You're not worried. You're carefree. Um, you're carefree. You just trust, and you don't worry about anything. You don't worry about outcomes. You just live your life, just literally living in the now. Like, and there's no stress when you just live in your now and enjoy the beautiful things around you. They say enjoy the stars, enjoy the sun rising, enjoy, like they say, many people walk around and they don't even recognize the beauty in the world. Like they say also, there was somewhere in the book, I don't know which card it was, could be, they all kind of relate. It was saying, like, do you ever walk around, do you see a tree depressed? Do you see a squirrel stressed out? Do you see, like, the all natural things? They live very free. They're not worried, they're not depressed, they're not stressed. Like, we need to, like, and realize and notice those things around us. Like, and when you go outside, the see the beauty in the nature, see the beauty in the water. The water is not stressed out either. The water is not depressed. The water is not that's all human ego. Humans do those kind of things. So they're saying, like, we need to just be more free, flow like the water, like we were talking about in the beginning. And then conditioning. So you're going to teach them how to get out of their conditioned ways. So playfulness was the page of wands, just so you know. And conditioning is the devil card. Okay, so you're going to be helping people come out of their toxic ways, free themselves from things they felt they were bound to, or things that took over their life. Or I'm hearing toxicity. I'm hearing freeing themselves from substances, from things that are not healthy for you. um if someone's on drugs, drinking alcohol, how to make people see different, so they can, get rid of these toxic ways and addictions. And because it's all about being conditioned. So here they show a lion, and the lion the whole time was told that he was a lamb, okay? And he went with it, and was like, okay, I'm a lamb. This is comfortable. I fit right in. Um, so if my enemy comes to find me, I'm comfortable right here because they won't notice me in the midst of all these lambs because I look just like one of them. He doesn't realize that he's actually a lion. So when spirit comes in, spirit is like, okay, well, look in the mirror, and then boom, he can like, oh shoot, he's seeing his own reflection. I'm not, and he realizes he's not a lamb. He can't move like a lamb. He has to move like the strength of a lion. He has to move like a lion and remove himself from things that he was conditioned into believing in his life. You understand? He's not a lamb. He's a lion. He doesn't belong here. These things no longer fit his new journey, and his new journey began when he looked into the mirror and saw a reflection of who he really was. And the lambs, not that there's anything wrong with them, but they no longer fit who he is because he realized that he's not a lamb. He's meant to be somewhere else, do something else. So this is where you come in. Your life purpose is going to help someone to remove themselves from the way they were conditioned growing up. A lot of people go through a lot of trials, tribulations. A lot of people go through hard upbringings and struggle with childhood wounds of things that have happened to them in the past. And it's like they get conditioned into fear, being afraid, feeling things will never be good for them. Just have a lot of negative conditions that people put on to us as we grow up. That's why it's good to stay in this childlike mind. Stress. So, Spirit is saying here that you will help people to not be so stressed out because stress comes from fear. This is about the Seven of Wands, by the way. What they call it, Seven of Fire here. So, don't be so stressed out. Stop. It's like you're doing so much, and it's because the reason why you're stressed out is because you're afraid. You're fearful of what the outcome is. Let me read for this one because there was some good pointers they made here. Let's see. This was the Seven of Wands. So it says here, there's an overload that's causing stress. Okay, so they're saying like you're gonna help people to release things that are not theirs to so they can de-stress. It's like you're trying to do too many things too many times, too many things at the same time, and it's like you're gonna end up getting hurt, or you're gonna end up catching like the flu or something because your immune system's so low from all the stress that you're putting on yourself. So it's saying like is this is a funny explanation. It says the quality of stress represented by this card visits us all at uh visits us all of us at times, but perfectionists are particularly vulnerable to it. We create ourselves with the idea that without us nothing will happen, especially the way we want it to. What makes you think you're so special? Do you think the sun will rise in the morning unless you personally set the alarm? Go for a walk, buy some flowers, and fix yourself a spaghetti dinner. Anything unimportant will do. Just be yourself out of that monkey's reach. Because the monkeys, like, they can pop your bubble anytime, like, pop that ego. It's like you put all these worries and stress and anxiety on yourself because it's like you feel like you have to do everything, and if you don't do it, it won't get done or won't be done right. And it's saying, Spirit is saying, like, just like relax, stop trying to do everything, like take a break, they're saying like just again go with the flow, let Spirit take the wheel, Stop overdoing everything and stressing yourself out because you're afraid of what's going to happen if you don't. That's what I'm gathering. So let's put this back into the question. Now that we define what this card is about, you're going to help people to just learn to enjoy life, live freely, and not being so stressed out every day of what the outcome is going to be. Not having to be constantly fearing if things don't, if you don't do something or do things that it's not gonna happen, or it's not, it's like I said, it's, I'm feeling like I'm repeating myself, it's just not gonna get done right. So it's like you're helping people free themselves from the idea of they have to do it all, they have to do everything, because it's creating unhealthy stress, imbalance, and anxiety in their life. So you're gonna help people to come out of that mind state, you know, because that all stems from fear. Like when you become afraid, you try to do everything because you feel like something's gonna happen if you don't do something, or if it gets missed, or you know, something in that sense. So now let's go to how will the collective's life purpose change their own life. So we got the four participation, which is the four wands, and the four wands is about stability. It's gonna create a lot of stability in your life. It's gonna this is gonna be a like completeness, a wholeness, stability. There's going to be equal receiving and equal take, where there's going to be a lot of balance and good things coming into your life. So that's what the four wands is. This could also be you sharing your life with another person, open to receiving love into your life, because the four wands is like a divine partnership. So I did pull at the bottom of the deck uh the dream. This is a little different here. So this is like a soulmate card, but there's a different reason here. So this is like, for me, the energy. So the energy is about, we always dream that someone else can fill our void, but and what spirit has been trying to teach you this whole time, through this lesson, through this journey. Look, journey, they call it adventure. Through this journey, through this adventure, is saying that you don't need to have someone to complete you, or to fill you, or to make you feel whole. Because when we come into this earth, we come alone. When we leave this earth, we leave alone. So it's like spirit is trying to teach you how to go on this journey and be able to stand alone without feeling attached, um, having attachments to someone. Yes, you can love people, but again, you can't love them so much where you lose yourself if, God forbid, they could leave your life. See, like, we have to learn to let go, okay, sometimes. So maybe for some of you, you recently had to let go of something. And this whole point of this journey, and this adventure, okay, and to see this person traveling, okay, was to find themselves. Okay, that void that you're feeling is you wanting spirit. Like you're looking for spirit really to complete you, because as you get older and you get conformed and you get conditioned, it's saying that you lose sense with spirit, contact with spirit, because of the way you were conditioned. You no longer, there becomes a fog or a shadow where there's no direct contact with you in spirit. And there's a lot of things that happen in your life because you can't see anymore. You no longer, you just can't see because of all the blockages. Okay, so here, it's about completing oneself, going on a venture, learning to do an event, go at things alone, and not having attachments to anything. Okay, listening to your intuition here. You have listening to your intuition. Okay, and it's like, sorry, what's this? Past life, 15, 16, 17. I think this is the moon. 17. Hold on. What card is this? I think that's the moon. No, that's not the moon. I think this is judgment. No, it's not judgment. I'm so tired. I can't think. Give me a minute. I'm just curious what that card is because they changed the wording on them. There we go. Come on. The moon. Oh, it is the moon. I was right. I'm sorry. I'm just a little tired. It's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. So underneath that was the moon. So it says here past lives. I wonder what the book says, but I'm not gonna go into it. So I feel like there's a lot of things that are hidden that um, keep you confused because of a lot of things that you may have went through in your past life. Like I feel like these are your ancestors, um, your ascending masters. This is everyone like in your past life. Like there's a lot of things that happen in your past life that are hidden, but it's like you're going through them now. You're going through the karmic circle now. And it's saying, you know, part of whatever happened in your past life had to do with a lover or a soul. You may have, I just heard soul contract. Some of you may have been in a soul contract with a partner, okay, and you're no longer with that partner. Look, you got exhaustion here. This partner like exhausted you, okay. I feel like there was a lot of passion, intensity in the see. Look, source. This is what you're we looking for. Source is like, okay, this is like spirit right here, okay. I don't know, this is the world card. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know. Anyway, but that void that you're always trying to fill, it's source that you're looking for, okay. Yeah, so I feel like whoever this was, this person exhausted you. They, you know, we're not going to go into that because that's not what the reading's about, but in the energy it does speak about learning to fill one's void, listening to your intuition. Your intuition is God speaking through you, and it's saying like you're healing your past life traumas, okay. And part of one of your major lesson in this past life trauma was to heal that inner part of your inner self that had felt you had to be attached to something all the time to be happy. And a lot of you felt like through relationships that attachment is what made you complete and whole and happy, but it doesn't. Like I said, when we come on this earth, we go through this, we come in alone and we leave alone, and we go through the journey alone, okay. So yeah, that's great energy. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but it was good. So all right, let's see what we're gonna review here. I am not my normal self. I'm a little sleepy. All right. So how can I connect with my purpose? We got to go with the flow. Connecting with your purpose, go with the flow. What is blocking you in your purpose? Your own freaking mind. Get out of your mind. Stop letting your mind control your actions, okay? Go with your heart. What does your heart tell you you want? That's the answer to your question. Enjoy the journey. Stop overthinking it. Stop trying to stress over it. How you're going to get there when just enjoy the journey. Every step of the way is beautiful, okay? And that's how you can stop blocking yourself from your purpose. All right. So, how can I be on my purpose? They want you to celebrate. They want you to be happy. They want you to also take time to meditate and have contact with spirit and talk to spirit and get downloads and receive. Be open to receiving messages from spirit at the same time. How can I embrace my? Did we say that? How can I be on my purpose? So they want you to be like an apple. When you're ripe, you're ripe. You know, patience, divine time. And when you're ripe, they want you to share your juice, share your fruit, share the things that you learned while you were on this tree, while you were ripening. Okay, projections. They want you to stop with judging people, um, or making judgments that are factual, like seeing things for what they are, not what your mind believes them to be. Because sometimes, like I said, the mind is a battlefield, and our mind creates illusions and fogs how things are projected, how we see things. So again, it's like when you look at something, are you looking at the person and seeing them for what they are, or you are seeing them for what you want them to be? That is where the illusion comes in. So it's saying how to connect with your purpose. Yeah. Um, no, I'm saying how to embrace your purpose. So how to embrace your purpose is, again, sharing your fruits of your labor, um, showing everyone else how you got there, how you ripened, how you fell off that tree, how you became such a beautiful apple. And here it's saying about projections. Um, look at things for what they are, and and believe that to be true, not what your mind is telling you something is, because your mind, again, creates illusions. Okay, so that's how you can embrace your purpose. Okay, you need to be able to tell the difference, is what I'm being told right now. uh in order to be like, in order to fulfill your purpose and be on your purpose, you have to be able to tell the difference from what's good, what's not good, what's healthy for you, what's not healthy for you, you know. Okay, so the next one is how your purpose, how will your connecting with other people, your connecting with your purpose change the lives of people you know. So let's just rewind. So you're going to teach them how to be more free, more playful, more happy, more open to receiving, carefree. Okay, and carefree goes with the seven of stress. We don't, you're going to teach people how to not be so overworked, not to stress themselves out, not to worry so much, not to do everything themselves. You know, they need to learn how to just have play. And this is when your manifestations come in, when you're in this moment of play and fun and excited for life and carefree. That's when spirit comes in and gives you all your manifestations. You know, and if you knew that, you wouldn't have to be worried and stressed out all the time and killing yourself and working hard all the time, because you'll know that when you're in this energy, you can manifest whenever you want. And also you're gonna help people come out of ways of being conditioned. You know, the lion thinks he's a lamb because that's what he was conditioned to, but spirit says no. Look in the mirror, look at your reflections. You're gonna make people face their self, because this is how they were conditioned. It's not their fault. And see that I am a lion, I am not a lamb. I must move like a lion. These people, these old things, the old way of this life. Okay, you're going to teach people to die to their ego, die to their old self, and see who they are today. Show them who they are. You're going to show that lion that he's not a lamb, he's a lion, and he needs to move boldly in strength and remove himself from the things that no longer serve him. That's what you'll be teaching people with your purpose. And what you will oh well, that's how you would change. Help your gift will help change other people, your purpose. And how help yourself is stability. You're going to find stability, you're going to find wholeness, you're going to find balance, because you're going to have equal give and take. And when you have equal give and take, it creates balance in your life, where anything that you want to manifest, you can, because you're in balance. Again, it's about wholeness, it's about stability, it's about you can also find other people who are like-minded that you're going to, you know, start anew with. Okay, and it's saying that, I'm sorry, goes my train of thought, I was thinking about something else. It's saying that, you know, you may go also, this could be like a union within yourself, stability, happiness, everything that you ever wanted, you know. Or this could also be a union with another person who's going to go on this adventure with you. Okay, but we need to know, again, that spirit has been putting us on this journey to know that we must love ourselves enough to be able to stand and live alone. This is a dream, that being with someone is what's going to make you complete, what's going to make you happy. Okay, that's something that, you know, you may have felt some sort of abandonment as a child, or there must be a past life trauma that's been passed on hereditary, um, from one family to the next. You know, we were conditioned through our past lives, our parents, so forth. So it's like a karmic cycle that must be broken. Okay, it's saying you know, you need to go within, listen to your inner voice. The answers that you are seeking are within, and I feel like, again, we're so always in search of source, which is God, Spirit. You're always seeing, this is like spirit to me. This is what's gonna set you free. Okay, I feel like spirit is what's going to set you free. Source is what you're really looking for. That void is not another person, because spirit lives within us. Okay, so because we become conditioned, we become imbalanced and blocked, we don't feel that happiness from within ourselves. And this is why we need to go within. We need to always make sure we go within and we check in with God, and we get downloads, we get answers, we get messages. And we need to learn to let go of things that no longer make us happy. You know, sometimes we may love things, yes, but at some point it's time to let go. Okay, um and that is the end of my reading. I hope I made sense, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and my mouth is like, give me some water please, I'm dying. um I hope this message makes a lot of sense. Well, if you like and you resonate, it's just I'm still trying to get used to these cards. So I'm like, should I read from the book, or should I just, something kept telling me, stop trying to read from the book. You read on the cards. Now how do you see the cards? Because my own intuition honestly gives me the best answers. Reading from a book just confuses me. But it is a very interesting. I highly recommend that you buy these tarot cards. They're tarot cards. They're